What's up, guys? It's your girl, Princess Allie, and today... Sorry, I had to yawn. I'm going to be doing another story time. The only reason why I'm doing a lot of story times and not a lot of covers is only because I've just been so lazy to do covers, and I have a lot of story times anyway. But yeah. So today's story time was requested by the same person. I am so sorry that I cannot pronounce your name. So this story time is about why me and my best friend or ex-best friend, Aurora Weasley, is not best friends anymore. But I also, they asked what made me realize what the people that I was friends with weren't real friends. I don't know what they mean by that. But I can do a video of signs that your friends are not real friends. But yeah, so let's get in with the story time. So we need to do a little history check. I love doing, how we met and stuff like that, just so that y'all know, basically a little history. So I started the school that I went to when I was in first grade, and me and her were pretty close. We weren't in the same class, but I would see her at recess, I would see her at gym, so I would always hang out with her and talk to her, and we exchanged numbers. Obviously, we used our parents' number, but so we talked, and eventually, we kind of didn't talk anymore. I will see her in, the hallway. As we got older, I'll see her in the hallway. I will say hi to her. She'll say hi back. But it was, nothing really interesting. Then, I think when we were in 4th grade, I think she was in my class again. I'm not 100% sure. I think she was in my class when I was in 4th grade, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't think so. No, I don't think she was in my class. No, she was not in my class 4th grade. We started talking more because my friend, she wasn't even my best friend, my friend Fox, let's call her Fox, we talked, and she was like, oh, I'm going to try to be best friends with Aurora again, and I'm like, okay. So after that, we started talking more. I gave her my new number. And after that, she was in my class for 5th grade, and that was also when COVID hit. So basically, me and her had a rocky friendship. At first, me and her would be friends, and then that girl Fox would say something so that she wouldn't be my friend. So Aurora honestly would follow everything that Fox did. So it was more like Fox was the main girl in the group. So eventually, me and Aurora kind of just got tired of it towards the end of the school year. And Aurora was like, you know what? I'm going to hang out with you. I want to change. I'm sorry for being so mean to you. Eventually that did happen. Me and her did become inseparable. We would always join the meetings at the same time for classes. We would always be on call, texting each other. And, after that, during the summer, you know about some of the, stories, I told you about. So when we started school, she was one of the first people that I told that I was bisexual. I did want it to keep it a secret, but then she told Fox, and then Fox calls me, and she just made, they made this whole prank thing because they wanted to be friends, apparently. So I kind of felt betrayed. They would always make fun of me, calling me a nerd, calling me teacher's pet and stuff. And it got to the point where I just didn't really talk to Aurora anymore. And she was always really mean to me anyway because of Fox. But after that, like, I would say maybe a couple of times I've seen the, like, Fox and her, like, cheat on tests or see them copy the same thing for homework. And they used to get caught all the time, so it's not like they didn't get in trouble. So eventually, we had something called, what was it called? I think it was, like, job education and stuff. It was kind of weird. Like, we did talk about job interviews and stuff like that, but we also talked about, like, vaping and, like, not, like you know, drugs and stuff, and not to vape and stuff like that. And we also talked about friendship. And I did call her out a couple of times indirectly. Yeah, that does sound petty, but I did want her to know, like, hey, you're doing something wrong. I think you should know what you're doing. So eventually, she realized what she was doing, and she texted me, and she's like, hey, I want to be friends with you again. Is there any way that we can talk? I agreed, and I started talking to her little by little. Of course, I didn't trust her fully, but I did trust her to an extent where I felt comfortable. So me and her were inseparable again. And after that, when she found out that I was moving, she was like really sad. And we decided that we would be best friends forever. How did that go out? I talked to her a couple of times before I moved. I did go over her house, and that was really fun. And then things started going south. She would be talking about my ex-crush, because I won't even say boyfriend. Like, we did like each other, but it was like, we're in elementary school. Like, what does an elementary kid to know about dating? Nothing. But, so my ex-crush, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she knows what he's done and what kind of person he is, but okay. So I didn't really think much of it. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, okay, she might like him. So I get a call from her, and it's like around this time, like, me and her are not really talking anymore. And she calls me and it's like, oh, I'm gonna merge you with Hurricane. And I'm like, why would you do that? But she didn't answer, so she merged calls, and she's like, oh, me and Hurricane are dating. And I'm like, what? And so he's like starts going off, like starts cursing and everything. And she is just sitting there letting it happen. So I'm like, I'm not dealing with your crap. I'm hanging up. So I went on back on the group call that I was on, and literally, hold on. Sorry. She literally acted like it was okay that he did that. So I told all my friends, and they're just like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And I'm like, me neither. So eventually after that, I had a party, a virtual party, obviously, and I invited her, and she invited Hurricane, of course, because there was allowed to have +1. And after that, like, I just stopped talking to her that much. And then, let's fast forward a couple of, like, months. I had my ex-boyfriend, which is, Life of the C2. He and I were on a call, and she calls me, and then I have to be on a call with Hurricane, and we all made up, which I thought, but in my mind, I'm just like, I'm going to be nice, but I'm not going to be her best friend anymore. Like, we just lost that connection that we had. And, actually, I heard that she isn't doing great with her social life because of stuff that they, that she did. I don't know what, but I did hear some stuff. But yeah, that's basically why me and Aurora Weasley have not done any video collabs. I did try texting her like a couple of weeks ago from Adair, but she didn't even answer. So I'm just like, okay. But I guess people who you thought were your friends can really backstab you, and the people that you think will backstab you can be like the best of friends. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe and comment and tell me what else you want to see on this channel. And yeah, bye.